minutes passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. It was that chick with some of ignorance's boys. She said, "Prophet, we got you." They blew the... After the explosion, there was no one left. Cause I know dim mock, poison hand, touch of death. My vision's still kinda blurry, but I see a clue. Ignorance is at the library. I hurry with lightning speed like the Flash. He's at the big one on Grand Army Place. When I get inside, the door shut and the lights go off.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Dallas Mavericks. And right now for Dallas, they certainly seem to be on a mission. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. And as we march toward the end of the regular season, Shaq, I want your opinion on veterans being rested in back-to-back games.
You know what, Ernie, here a lot of people complain, but let me tell you from personal reasons, it's the right thing to do in some cases, especially for the older teams to have a real shot to win a championship. Popovich has been doing it. Look how many rings he got.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about extending the regular season.
For joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Dallas Mavericks won the last matchup of the season against the Pacers.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Martin is out there with Pau Gasol. Then it's Winslow. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's McCollum in at the shooting guard. Indiana on D. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt it.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Here's Dallas. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
What a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. About 1 minute.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes natural to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
And here's McCollum after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Out left to the wing. Winslow wide open. He fires. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
The shot's good from Smith.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Martin with the screen for Beverley. Passes to McCollum. Martin the screen to stop the run. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And a change for the Pacers. Lenz checked in for Pau Gasol. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Hey, guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Here's Beverley following the basket by T.J. Warren. And that one's good. Beverley.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Well, McCollum has struggled with injury. He's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons, dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
Off target with his 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
That drops. Dellavedova's got his second basket.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And Beverly kicks to McCollum. Five to shoot. Again, Indiana.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lowry kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Drummond, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Drummond's got his first 2 points. Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Plan a screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Pacers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
Pacers trail by 7. We've got Johnson. Miles Plumlee out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, would ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And so here is Indiana. Following the 3-point basket by Dallas. Waiters gets a wide-open look. Off target from 3-point range. Mavericks leading by 8. Dellavedova kicks to Johnson. And now it's a double-digit lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Len. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Waiters dishes to Gasol. The feed now to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, it's deflected. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. A different look for Dallas. Smith checked in for Johnson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Justin Holiday. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Dellavedova. Six on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. For 3, Smith. And that one's good. Smith's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. A different look for Dallas. Drummond comes in for Miles Plumlee. And it's Lowry in for Matthew Dellavedova. Beverly against Lowry. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Porter outside. Indiana again missing. Dallas leading by 10. Over to the left wing. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Smith. And so here is Indiana. And there's 1:45 left here in the second. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Lowry against Beverly. 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Gasol. Indiana again missing.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Now, here's Exum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Nice shot by Smith.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
They set the pick. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Dishes it to Porter. Will it go? Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. It's going to be Drummond shooting. They get Paul Gasol. Indiana making some changes. Martin's checked in for Alex Landry. Winslow comes in for Paul Gasol. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Dante Exum. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Over in the corner, Warren. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Mavericks ahead. They finish off the second.
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Pau Gasol. Martin is out there with Winslow. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Mavericks leading by 19. J.R. Smith on the wing. Pulls it up. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 12 points for Smith. And so here is Indiana. Here's Beverly. Out to the wing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Andre Drummond. Harkless comes in for Quincy Acey. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Dion Waiters checked in for Indiana. Dante Exum comes in for Patrick Bell. Prior to last season, seemed to think that
well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. And a change for the Pacers. Len's checked in.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. They're 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Exum passes to Waiters. Lets it go from 11. The Mavericks pull it in. Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Johnson, that's for 2. Again, Johnson missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
A nice shot by Exum.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Lowry with the ball. 6 points for him. Here's Harkless. Dallas, no good that time either. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Waiters, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Three-pointer, Lowry. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Exum with a wide open look. And Harkless pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Dallas running away with it. And when we return, fourth quarter might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so here is Dallas. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. They've got Matthew Dellavedova. Quincy Acee out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Warren, and it's Smith in a 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Now here's Porter. D right on him. And Beverly kicks to McCollum. They get a hand on it. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And it's Dellavedova missing.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And that one misses.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
And the media deal in place says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Martin dishes to Winslow. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. And it's Beverly missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
That's a 2 from Smith. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Out to the wing. Now here's McCollum, covered by Smith. McCollum passes to Martin. Can't get it to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You know, once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
No doubt. He is a threat from anywhere.
Martin with a screen on Smith. Here's McCollum. From 13, that's short off the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Porter with a screen for Winslow. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, this is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling to getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the Pacers.
McDaniels. And that time, also a missed shot.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Dallas moving it around. Here's Drummond. Great D that time from Martin. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's McDaniels. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Here's Walters. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so
He put on such a well-rounded display offensively. He knew exactly what he wanted to do to break down the defense. Even when they made adjustments on him, he adapted. He said, okay, I can handle it. I'll step aside, do something different.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di